Ooh. Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Episode 1 of the Nerds on Mics. It's the first episode. We've been trying to do this for a while, but we're finally getting the balls to do this. Okay, so what we want to talk about today is our adventures of different cities and countries.
Specifically, Chicago.
Right now, yes, Chicago. I want to talk about my experience first, about how I went to the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, I had a pretty fine experience.
It's a pretty interesting day.
It was okay. I had a pretty interesting day. It was fine. Everything was normal. I went to a bunch of stores. There's stores everywhere on every side, and they're all way more expensive than here. And then, let's hear about your experience, because mine's pretty boring.
Yeah, so we first went to South Chicago, right? It took like almost an entire day driving, I feel like. It was like 7 hours something like that to drive to Chicago. It was pretty far. And we finally get there, right? And I'm expecting this big fancy place. Big tall buildings, rich folks, walking around all fancy prancy. Well, I didn't expect to be a whole rundown of like riots and like homeless people, cops, the whole shebang. I had my experience with the homeless people because you can't escape them when you're in Chicago. But King went to a little interesting spot in Chicago where it's like double of everything, whether it's not good or not bad. Well, it's usually bad. At Chicago, speaking of homeless people, I saw as you're driving through the streets of Chicago in the traffic jams that they are, I saw this homeless dude sleeping on a mattress outside of a store. This owner, bro, with a broom, just whacking the homeless dude, yelling at him, like throwing his mattress.
I never heard that.
No, I didn't tell you about that.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yes.
How does that even happen?
Well, I think he was sleeping on the property in like the front door of this shop, and it could be I think disturbing customers trying to push him away from their business because it's kind of you don't want like a homeless.
Yeah, you
dude.
don't want people sleeping around your business.
Give me money, food,
free food.
That's probably what's gonna happen when they go to the store.
They need to be brutal though. Freaking broom.
Get out of here!
Get out of my property, man! Could have been like, scooch. No.
Get out of here before I call the cops, bro.
Or you could pay me.
Yeah.
Monthly rent.
It's called the cops. There's no rent.
My Chicago experience was just go to stores. You walk around, walking everywhere. Nobody. If you take a car, the traffic is so insane. You ain't getting anywhere in like 5 hours.
Well,
we move 3 feet
because we didn't drive. We were walking and stuff. But you know how many people were selling weed and like how many weed shops were in a block?
Yeah, because in what is it, Illinois? I think weed's legal there. We're in Wisconsin, so yeah, there's none of that.
Yeah. But so many people like in alleys just smoking pot. And there's places, bro. And like, don't look at them, don't point at them. They'll offer you drugs.
They'll offer you drugs. When I got the Chicago walk. Walk fast, don't look at anybody. And if you make eye contact, you're cooked. So I'm walking, and like, I'm walking down like the street where it's a stop and go light. This is my like only good like interesting experience there. I walked to the stoplight. I just stopped there because you can't go or you're getting rammed by a F-150. So I'm waiting there, a bunch of people around me. There's this homeless guy just sitting there. He's trying to sell crayons. Bought the box of crayons. $1. I don't want to be mean or anything, but like, I don't know who's gonna buy a box of crayons out on the middle of nowhere. There was a girl who actually walked by and bought one, but I think that was just because she wanted to be nice. And it's like,
yeah, it's kids being nice.
And it's like, you could have found something more practical to sell. I guess if you have only one option.
Like yo-yos or something like easy to get. Like a toy or something like box of crayons.
Yeah, I can get that at the Dollar General. But you could probably get a yo-yo there too, but it's more like just immediately rip it out of the box. Yo-yo. And that, what are you going to do? Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, yo-yos would be a lot more playable in areas and just that yo-yo.
Yeah.
Crayons, you needed a whole shebang. You need like a paper, somewhere to draw. You can't go to like your little coloring book in the middle of the sidewalks, doodling with your little crayons.
Get out of the way! Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
And then you're just screwed the whole time because you're just walking. You're like the weirdo walking around with the box of crayons that you bought from the homeless guy on like South Street, Chicago. It's pretty goated. You sell something more practical.
Yeah. Well, when we went to Chicago because we wanted to see the Bean. Okay, that's like the main attraction.
That's what I wanted to do too.
Well, when we got there, right, we first tried closest parking lot to this Bean, right, and it's like an underground thing. It's an underground parking lot. We drive under there, right, and then it's just like a dungeon.
Oh boy.
Like it's just concrete blocks. It's like fences that like block up. It's like a maze in this place. It took us like 20 minutes to get out of this maze of a concrete box parking lot. We're walking around trying to get away out of here. There's homeless people, begging for money. There's rats. There's leaking dirty water coming out the ceiling. Okay, we finally make it out of this dungeon of a parking lot, and we get out of a subway entrance. So we make it out there, and I didn't make eye contact with a certain somebody out there. It was Spider-Man.
Oh God.
Spider-Man playing the drums.
Oh God.
Spider-Man playing the drums was sitting there, doing his shabam thing,
Doing his thing.
Yeah, doing his thing, being crazy pussy. And I said good job, that I said hi to them, that it's Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man. You got to tell the Spider-Man.
I got yelled for talking to him,
Don't talk to the homeless guy. He's dressed up as Spider-Man playing the damn drum. Don't talk to those
menace to society.
JJJ POV right there. Parents do not support Spider-Man.
So after we see the Spider-Man thing, we go walk to the Bean.
The Bean.
The main thing we went there for, and it is under construction. There is fences surrounding this Bean. Like high fences and just piles of gravel and dirt next to this Bean. We couldn't even see the Bean. My mom had us stack I'm pretty sure a barrel so she could climb up and take a picture of the Bean above the fence. So that ruined the whole reason we were there. Then we just wandered around, seeing people smoke weed, homeless people getting hit with brooms. The average experience. Subways, driving above us. We're walking around like a block and we're like, oh, like, sorry, this is a really creepy place. I'm going to get out of here. So we walk back to the car. We hop back again. We get out of this maze of dungeon again, right? Well, it's a traffic stop, okay? Average Chicago thing. We stop there. Mm. Well, I forgot what country it was, but I think it was, near Iraq or something like that. But it got, bombed or something by Russia or something like that one day. Close to that. So there was riots happening, protesters supporting that country and all that. And then it got so violent that they're throwing trash cans, metal trash cans at cop cars and stuff. And then they were screaming and yelling, we finally got out of that, the chaos.
Yeah, because there's no ignoring that. You're just walking past. You can't just do the Chicago walk with no looking when there's people chucking trash cans, yelling, yeah! No more of this, whatever's going on in some other country. We need to stop this now. And you're just walking past, ooh, I should not look over to my left.
Oh my God.
I'm going to get jumped.
I forgot this happened. We were walking in Chicago, and then I'm not being racist, okay? But tell me you wouldn't get scared too. We're walking in a sidewalk. There's 3 black people, right? On one side of the sidewalk, and 2 of them on the other side of the sidewalk. Both sides, okay? Mm-hmm. And then they're overpower. So big dudes, okay?
Yeah.
And then we're walking by, okay? And then they're chanting and having these candles that are just puffing out smoke, and they're just waving them around, chanting. And then as you walk by, they just stare at you menacingly.
Well, yeah, I would be scared too. I don't really care who it is.
Get robbed. I'm not gonna we're gonna get jumped or robbed. I felt like we just walked by.
I mean, when you're walking past people, it's not even just who it is. It's just a seance in the parking lot or wherever you are.
It's the sidewalk of
you're just next to a building, and you got these candles going. Oh,
yes, and they're
nobody's not going to be scared of that.
Oh my God, they smelled too. They can smell. And I don't know how they produce so much smoke with those candles, but you were literally getting gassed as you walk past these candles.
Just got the weed candles.
Right. As we're walking by these people, they smell the people don't smell. The candles smelled so bad.
You just walk past and you get high. They're like weed candles.
There was one good thing about Chicago though. There was this, I don't know what it was called, but there was big just pillars, like walls, black walls, and just like spewing out like water, and then it was like lights, like yellow lights on them. It was pretty cool. I don't know what it was, but it was just like water, like a waterfall with yellow lights on it. It was pillars. It was cool though. That's all I have for Chicago. But I don't know if you've ever been there, but as a vacation, we went to Pennsylvania.
Ooh, the Pennsylvania. When I was in Chicago, there was just before the Pennsylvania thing. When I was in Chicago, I went there twice. The first time I didn't get to see the bean, and that was the whole reason we went there.
Mhm.
It was just like you, and it was stupid. It was stupid. And then we went to this like aquarium. It's just a normal aquarium. It's supposed to be some cool thing. I didn't think it was that special. It was like $100 a person, or like $80 a person. And we were like, oh, everybody says this is a great thing. And we had to take like an Uber there or something. I hate getting in Ubers. This is like another topic for another time, but I hate getting in Ubers after hearing all these stories about people just like getting in there and having like the worst experience ever.
I've seen videos on those.
Like just either canceling the ride, not just the passenger, but the driver. You never know who it's going to be. Usually Uber like will check that, but then you don't know if they're actually doing a good job at it. So then you just get screwed over by this driver who's going to kidnap you and bring them to your house.
Yeah, I've always figured something like that.
So anyway, back to the Chicago story. We're in the Uber. It costs for like a stupid amount of money because we're driving in the
busy streets.
Yeah, busy traffic everywhere. We finally get there. We go in there and it's nothing special. There's a few things. There was a shark, I think. It was like a baby shark, but baby shark.
Okay, man.
I had to pull it out. But we're in there and we finally leave. And I'm just exhausted because you stand around the whole time. There's no benches. And we get out there, and it was so expensive. It wasn't even that good. And we finally get out there to get back to our Uber. It's double the price because it's even more traffic. So we get in this bike. This was the best experience I actually had there. We get on this like electric bike pedal thing where it's like a basket in the back, and there was a dog on it. I forgot what it is. He had goggles, like the freaking kid from Up. Yeah. He had those goggles. And we get on there, and we're zooming because it's an electric bike. So we're going super fast, passing up cars on the busy streets of Chicago with a dog next to me. It was a beautiful experience. Beautiful experience.
Well, I don't have good luck with these experiences and vacations. Just like the Pennsylvania one. On the way there and the way back, it was a pretty interesting experience because I've only been to like two big places. It was Chicago and it was Pennsylvania. It's the only big places I've ever been to. And a lot of things happened. So our plan was that we were going to drive from Wisconsin to Pennsylvania, right? In an RV with like my grandma, my grandpa, my brother, my sister, my dad, my mom, me, all in this cram little RV, right? As an experience you'd seen in a kind of movie or something like that. When we look at this RV, right? It's pretty sure 7 days to get there and 7 days to get back.
Damn.
So we sit there for 7 days, doing whatever we're driving. We get to Pennsylvania, right? We first go to Hershey Park. That was the main thing we went there for. And we went to Hershey Park, and it was fun. We went on the biggest roller coaster in fastest. The first one, it was like the Hershey coaster. It was like the main attraction kind of thing. And then we went on a bunch of other roller coasters. It was fun. A lot of money was spent.
Yeah, can't imagine that's cheap.
Yeah, but it was a fun experience. And we also went through Ohio, okay? Mm-hmm. And went to Cedar Point, which is a really cool experience too. Roller coasters, going through other roller coasters and stuff at the same time. Damn. It was cool. And like going through like the entrance, like the gate of the entrance, roller coaster would go through the gate.
Bro.
Yeah, it was cool. Most of them there too and stuff. But on the way back, okay,
here it comes.
My dad was tired of driving, so he offered to drive. My grandpa to drive. Okay, he's not terribly old, but it's it's like they don't drive. Okay,
yeah,
and he had the ability to drive. Well, like totem pole things, or they scan your license plate and then they make you pay for it. Yeah. Well, we had an awning on our RV, and as we're driving through it, like normal speed, like you usually would, the grandpa clipped the awning on the RV on the side of the totem pole, ripping the entire thing off the RV, plus like some of the side off in this RV.
So like the whole wall is just torn off the entire RV. It's just open wall. Or is it just the siding?
It was, the siding.
Yeah.
But including the RV. There's still a wall, but like the awning was just ripped off and like some of the paint in like pieces of this wall. were just ripped off. There's like so much debris in this road. And we had to pull over, and we had to get pulled over by the cops. And we talk about the insurance and stuff, and then like like get out of this stuff.
Yeah.
And because it's a rental too.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that. Oh, you're cooked.
It was a rental, okay? So, we get yelled at. We were in the place and stuff. Well, lucky us, okay? That the RV was also very bad quality. Like, literally, sometimes this would happen. I'm pretty sure, if I remember, that the door of the RV and the highway would open. It would delatch and open mid-highway. Someone had to grab the rail and close the door again. And also, the cabinets would just start flying open, just shooting knives out. And
Oh,
the drawers
damn.
would just come out. It was bad quality. And the dash and the driver's seat would just start shaking violently.
The suspension is OP.
As we're driving, so we called, and I guess we somehow weaseled our way through paying out that awning ripping out thing.
How?
Because how terrible the quality was.
Oh.
So we only paid I think $1,000 maybe.
Well, that's
like
not
that.
bad compared to what you usually have to pay for something like that,
And there's a
especially on a rental.
Yeah, so I think we only paid $1,000 or $2
Mhm.
to do this thing, and it was a fun experience. Just that I thought it was really funny that the entire RV was just falling apart as we're driving out of this thing, bro.
Bro, I had experience with campers too. Not in, me and Caden over here were on a camping trip, and we slept in the tent, and him and his parents and his siblings slept in a RV. Well, we wake up in the morning, and all of a sudden we start hearing like coughing noises from outside. We open up the tent, and everybody's like choking out there, and we're like, what the hell? Well, it turns out his little sister went and turned on the propane gas and gassed up the whole RV, and if one spark went off, that whole thing was gonna go kaboom. Like,
So we didn't get gassed, luckily, because we're outside.
yeah, because we're outside in the tent, and we're like, what the hell's going on? Your damn sister opened up the gas, and we're gonna freaking explode. Rex exploded.
You're not funny, bro.
Speaking of Rexplode, I don't know if you ever heard of this show. It's pretty popular. It's on Prime Video. It's called Invincible.
Pretty good show, yeah. I like it.
I love this show. You got Omni-Man, and then oh god,
Are you sure?
are you sure? Where's Omni-Man? Where is he?
I really like the show. It's really good. I recommend it to anyone who's listening to this. I think it's a very good show.
Mm-hmm. They should pay us for saying this.
Honestly, where's our sponsorship at?
Yeah, Prime Video, bro. We need sponsors for this podcast.
Only episode 1. Calm down there, sir.
Bro, we need sponsors. I need to get that PS5, bro.
Yeah. Bram needs a PS5. He needs a rinky dinky PS4 that cooks in like bowls of ramen.
I use it to heat my food, bro. I need a PS5 to run like newer games.
Like Marvel Rivals, bro.
I need Marvel. Everybody's saying on how I don't know if it's better than Overwatch because
It's better. Way better.
especially better than the second one. So we're playing Marvel Rivals through screen share because I got the Winky Dinky PS5 or PS4 from 2019, and we're running this, and everything's glitching out. Kane's like, "How's the experience?" It's god awful. I can't play this for anything. And then I have to get a PS5 for it because otherwise I can't play the game. And I hop on. I'm like, ooh, what's anybody on GTA? Anybody on Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox? No, they're on Marvel Rivals, and I can't play it because I don't have a PS5.
You're the only one that's on PS5, bro.
I am the only one. Everybody else has one, and I'm stuck with the PS4, which most people would be thankful for, and I would be too if they'd still put out games and updates. But I can't because they don't do that anymore because they got the PS5 that costs $500. And it's $800 for the Pro model. So that's a little hot take.
You don't need a Pro model, okay?
I don't want the Pro model. That's too much. $800 for a tiny bit better graphics.
Well, and the crazy thing, that PS5 had the audacity to have the disc drive.
$50 extra.
To have discs able to go with your PS5. So lucky me, I got the disc version.
Yeah,
But
because
my-
you're... Why don't you tell that story too?
So turns out that my uncle's having some trouble with like family and stuff and his son. So I got his son's PS5 for free plus the disc edition, which is really good. And I'm very happy I got it for free. I did a lot of cool things. But also, my dad ordered a PS5 off like GameStop, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
And he ordered because he didn't want to spend like $1,000 or like $500 on like the disc version. Anyways, they Call of Duty. So we play on this Call of Duty.
So you don't need the disc version.
So they ordered this PS5 with no disc, and it turns out the GameStop plate picked the wrong PS5 and gave them a disc one too.
Yes, sir.
So you get like a free
Extra $50
for real.
Because PlayStation. I understand that like times are changing. You need to up those prices for no apparent reason. Just like with the cars. I'm getting my driver's license in like the next year. There's no way I'm getting a car. I'm gonna have to run my mom's Chrysler Pacifica because used cars are like $30,000. It's useless. So I don't know. Everything's getting too much money.
Yeah,
I need a job. I'm broke.
I can get a job, but I just don't want to.
I want to be a child. I want to play them video games for a little longer.
Yeah.
Instead of having to work the 9 to 5 at the Ken Sports down the road or the frickin' Festival Foods.
I want to get a job, and maybe during this summer because I want to get a job.
Yeah, I don't want to get a job
in school.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna work at that freaking 4-wheeler place because I don't know why, but they hire teenagers, and it's probably gonna be better than any other job because I don't have to socialize. I sound like one of those Gen Zs. Oh, I hate socializing. Oh, I'm so scared of just talking to somebody. It's just awkward. You go up and I don't want people yelling at me at the Festival Foods for not giving them 1 penny extra for their change, or I don't want people begging me for the extra 50 cents that they don't have for their chocolate milk or whatever the hell they're buying. Oh, I don't have the money for the chocolate milk. Can I get the extra $1 off? No! You can't!
Screw off!
I get fired for that!
I want to get a job at this trampoline park. It's like Extreme Air or something. I forgot what it's called. But they're hiring 13-year-olds. I thought the limit was 14, but I guess they're hiring 13-year-olds at this place. To operate machines, like the kidney machines and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to operate them. Literally, like the spin. There's a machine that's like a pillar, like a foam pillar, that spins in a circle.
Oh, yeah.
And those kids that jump over and
I'm
crawl
surprised they let kids that young do that.
So, they can do that. So all we do is just press a button. Go. Okay, get the hell off this ride.
Or you want to go again? I get paid for this. So
yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're crying? You miss your parents? Get the hell out of here! I don't care about you.
I want my money and to leave. I don't care if you got the little elbow scrape. Oh.
I don't care. Get a mild concussion because the pillar knocked you in the face because you're the same height as it and it's only Mach 10.
Faster. That's your problem, not mine. You asked me to go faster. I made it go faster. Therefore, it's just karma for that one.
Bro, kids are evil nowadays, bro. Thinking about that, kids are evil. I'm just thinking about me operating that and having some kids just thought they're being competitive. I bet you'll fall first. Nuh-uh.
Saying a bunch of slurs.
Bro, kids be swearing nowadays.
I when I was 6 or 7, I used to think stupid was the worst swear you could say.
My mom's just enforcing that.
I walk around and I hear these 5 or 6 or 7-year-olds with their iPhone 14 Pro Maxes walking around. What the fuck? Man, I can't do it with it. I can't do it with this shit anymore. My God, I can't. And I'm like, dude, if I would have said that, I would not last another day, bro.
Bro, yesterday we were playing Dress to Impress. I was being nice and playing with my sister in Roblox with my PS5, right? And, it's competitive. You go for who has the best dress, the themes, topics, whatever, all of that. And we're playing. I win, okay? And my sister gets voted out. She goes, damn it, I was so close. Remember, she's 4 years old. We're like, I am. What'd you say?
What's going on?
I didn't say anything. We all heard her.
Bro, my brother was playing on Rec Room, the most non-rage game that you could play. And I hear, you're such a dumbass! I'm in my other room. My dad's upstairs. And he's like, what the hell did you just say? No, I didn't say anything. Nope, I didn't say nothing. I'm just looking out the door. I'm playing like Fortnite with the boys or something. I look out the door, and I just heard my like 7, 8-year-old brother go, "You're such a dumbass!" On Rec Room out of all games. Like I could see that on Fortnite or like any of those, or like you don't hear him now because he's not here. But there's our friend Casey.
Yeah.
He's pretty addicted to them video games. We ask him to, head over, hang out for a little bit. No, I'm busy. Busy doing what? Hopping on the Fortnite.
Bro, it was last weekend. I tried getting my friend Mason and you to come over, and possibly Casey, because he never goes to any occasions. But
He never goes anywhere.
I would try. Okay, I get Mason to come over, and I try inviting Casey. Casey's also going to be coming in probably in the next episode of this.
Yeah.
Which is us right now. But I tried getting Casey over to hang out, sleep over one day. One day. So I asked her. One day on a Friday. Literally,
It
it's
doesn't
a
even have
Saturday.
to, he probably didn't even have to sleep over. Just come over.
It started at 5 o'clock. You have plenty of time.
Yeah.
It literally started at 5 o'clock. And you can leave literally whenever you want. It was a short sleepover. It was fun, though. And Casey's like, nah, bro, I'm busy. I'm like, oh, understandable. You were going to like a recycling factory. You probably work in cars. Maybe your parents make you work for something. I understand.
Yeah, because I expect him when he says he's busy. Like his family owns this like recycling center thing. Oh, he's got to go do some chores or whatever. Like I understand that. And then we get on like at his house to like play a little like multiverses or Marvel Rivals or something. I look up in the corner. It's Casey. Oh, he's on. Gee, he must have gotten done with those chores fast. He's been on for the past 6 hours. Doing what? Playing Fortnite? Oh, yeah, he's been pretty busy, hasn't he?
Yeah, yesterday. It was not yesterday. It was the day when the sleepover happened. And I asked Casey, why couldn't you join? And he goes, I was finishing the zombie TV show I've been watching. It was like
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. I was finishing Walking Dead. You couldn't come over for one day, and you had to finish Walking Dead.
Had to.
Like,
I understand if it's invisible, but like Walking Dead, like come on. The only thing I could see the perk is it has the actor for Trevor in it, and like GTA is OP. You can. I just finished the story mode, and it's really when. All right, I gotta bring it up.
Hey,
GTA
spoilers coming up.
GTA 6.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about the story.
No, I'm talking about GTA 6, bro.
Oh yeah.
When are we gonna? I know I don't have a PS5. I need that. Hey, if I could get a sponsor, that'd be real good. But I need the PS5 to play GTA 6, if that's even going to be a thing at all. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. And because they've been hinting it since 20... I was 3 when GTA 6 came out. I am now 15. Think about that expansion of an age gap. From GTA 5 to GTA 6. And it's not even out yet. They just gave one trailer and said...
I do have some things that might calm your nerves a bit. I heard that they're making almost every single building in whatever they're doing.
Los Angeles or whatever. Really?
That's what I heard. They're making every building in the map explorable.
Well, then that explains... I still don't think it needed to take... like 11 years.
Yeah, for real.
But like I understand that it would take a few years to get all of that. But with Rockstar and all those workers they have, there's no the fact that for people to know that GTA 6 was coming, some 14-year-old hacked their system and got their Twitter account to post the trailer for it early, like a month early than what they were gonna put it out on. Like, how do you mess that up? You're a multi-million-dollar company, and some 14-year-old in their basement hacked your account number and literally posted your trailer before you could. Yeah. I don't see how that's possible.
For real, bro.
Well, I'm going to say that that's pretty good for the first podcast.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're doing another one later today.
Yeah, later today, or maybe next.
We were just free and we're like, let's do a podcast.
Yeah, we're just hanging out and we're like, you know what? I think we should record the first episode. And if the audio is crap, I'm recording it on my phone through a cafeteria. So I'm gonna call that good.
Yeah.
Welcome to the first episode of Nerds on a Mic
See ya.
with Caden and Braylon.
Yes, sir.
Biz.